All right, welcome everyone. Let's just dive right into today's explainer. In the modern educational landscape, schools are basically always on the hunt for this rare breed of educator, someone who can deliver really rigorous academic content, but also provide that deep specialized support to students with complex needs. Well, today we're breaking down the anatomy of a master educator who embodies exactly that. Her name is Maygon Smith. We're going to look at her journey, her unique dual threat capabilities, and really dig into why this specific combo of skills makes an immediate, profound impact on literally any school community. To set the stage, let's look at this excerpt straight from her professional summary. It reads, Connecticut Certified Elementary Educator, skilled in implementing individualized education program accommodations, social-emotional learning, and collaborative problem solving. So what jumps out right away here? It's that distinct blend of expertise. She isn't just focused on general ed, and she isn't just siloed in special ed either. She sits right at the intersection of both, carrying a toolkit that's basically custom-built for the realities of today's diverse classrooms. Now, this kind of dual expertise, it doesn't just happen overnight, right? It's the result of a really deliberate academic ascent. Back in 2012, she earned her associate degree from Capital Community College. Then, skipping to 2016, she graduates from Trinity College with a bachelor's. But look at that specialization: poli-sci, math, statistics, and economics. I mean, that is a heavily rigorous analytical background for sure. By 2021, she secured her Connecticut Initial Educator Certificate from Relay Graduate School. And to cap off the whole shebang, she's completing her Master's in Special Education at the University of St. Joseph in 2025. You can actually see how she systematically layered this deep analytical subject matter expertise right on top of specialized pedagogical training. So, bridging the gap, dual expertise. How does that academic journey actually translate into the real world? Well, it gives her a highly relevant toolkit designed to solve some of the most complex challenges school districts are facing today. In practice, it's a pretty rare balancing act. On the left side here, you've got her general education experience, teaching middle school math and science in a highly demanding IB, or International Baccalaureate environment, that requires incredibly strict standards alignment and rigorous academic pacing. But then, right next to it, her special education expertise. We're talking IEP implementation, trauma-informed care, differentiated instruction. It's like a giant puzzle, and she seamlessly marries that strict academic pacing with the intensive support needed to make sure absolutely no child is left behind. When we break down her academic and classroom skills, honestly, her competencies read like an educational Swiss Army knife. We are talking about differentiated instruction, meticulous progress monitoring, executive functioning support, which, as we know, is absolutely critical for middle and elementary students. Throw in her math and science instruction, plus her ed tech mastery and solid classroom management, and her main superpower emerges. She has this incredible capacity to manage vastly different readiness levels all at the same time. She knows exactly how to take a classroom full of different learners and move every single one of them forward. Now, actually, let's slow down for a second here, because this next set of skills represents the true heart of her practice: behavioral and emotional support. From social-emotional learning and positive behavior supports, all the way to trauma-informed practices and crisis prevention. Oh, and culturally responsive teaching, too. Maygon is deeply prepared to offer trauma-informed care. Her record specifically points out her ability to manage behavioral incidents while, and this is a direct quote, preserving student dignity. That empathetic, restorative approach, man, it is just invaluable in those really vulnerable moments. Okay, so experience. Take a look at this number, 7. That is 7 solid years of frontline classroom leadership dedicated to Global Communications Academy as a 6th grade math and science educator. This isn't just theory we're talking about. This is proven, sustained dedication in a demanding public school setting. 7 years of establishing structured routines, promoting student responsibility, and maintaining consistent academic expectations day in and day out. But here's the twist. Her story doesn't actually begin in the traditional classroom. We have to shift our focus to her mastery in specialized support settings, where she really honed her ability to manage complex behavioral and health-related needs. During her early roles, she developed this powerful multi-tiered methodology. Step 1, it's all about relationship building and SEL. You have to have that foundation. Then, step 2 leverages that trust to apply positive behavior supports, really encouraging good habits and self-regulation. And step 3, which is only used when absolutely necessary, involves her specialized training in crisis prevention and de-escalation. It's a highly systemic, protective approach that builds independent living skills way before things ever have a chance to spiral out of control. And we can tie those specific steps directly back to these diverse support roles where she mastered them.
Between 2015 and 2019, she was a paraeducator in the Hartford Rise program, she was a job coach and trainer at Viability, and a residential instructor at a DCF group home. So she's going from coaching adults with disabilities on workplace readiness to supporting adolescents dealing with behavioral trauma. Her adaptability literally covers the entire spectrum of student need.
So, taking a step back, the Complete Educator Toolkit. When you put all these puzzle pieces together, the math expertise, the special ed training, the trauma-informed care, and those 7 years in the classroom, you get a holistic profile that makes her an absolutely indispensable asset to any district. And what really pushes her profile over the top are these key enhancements. Technologically, she's fluent in Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, and gamification platforms, which we know are huge for keeping students hyper-engaged. Plus, she's got CPR, first aid, and autism support training. On top of all that, she brings this incredible cultural wealth, with native fluency in both English and Jamaican patois. You add her volunteer work at Catholic Charities to the mix, and you're looking at someone with a rock-solid, proven commitment to equity and community support. Of course, in education, your impact is really measured by the people who stand behind you. Just look at these references. We've got Principal Paul Casey at Global Communications Academy. We've got Richard DeMai, who was literally the 2019 Connecticut Language Teacher of the Year, and Sophia Lindsay, a special education teacher within Hartford Public Schools. Having top-tier administrators and award-winning colleagues enthusiastically backing your work, that is the ultimate validation of her collaborative problem-solving and positive impact on a school's environment. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought, especially if there are any hiring managers or school leaders tuning in right now. You've seen the data. You've seen the seamless integration of rigorous academic standards with profound, empathetic special education support. So the question isn't whether Maygon Smith is ready to make an impact. The real question is your district ready for this level of dedication? Bringing this kind of empathy and expertise to your students could honestly be the most transformative decision you make all year. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep learning.